Is this show PG?
No, you can say whatever you want.
Okay, I gotta say it, man. Fuck Boston. I hate them with a burning passion. Oh man,
Did you
I
like?
enjoy I enjoy seeing them lose. I can't. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoy seeing their downfall. So I
Did you?
can't wait
So did
for
you? So did you enjoy Winning Time, Mitch?
you know. I really did, and I think Jerry West needs to chill out a bit. Like
Oh, that
I
was
don't think
horrible what they did him.
No, listen, I don't think they portrayed him that bad. Like it started out like, oh, he's listen, Linda.
Mitch, how
So
could you
he
say that?
listen,
Man,
he
Gary Beatty left the set because of how they treated Jerry West.
okay, it's not my
He
fault
left
that
a
it's
paid
this.
gig. He was getting paid. He said, "I quit."
Okay, that just goes to show old school people can be sensitive too. Because I don't think they portrayed him that bad. So I think it's a story
Woo.
arc. It is a story arc. They started out okay, he's all angry and raw, right? But then like you show like the background of like, okay, this is why he's like this. And like it humanized him in a bit, once we got deeper into the show. So no, I don't think that they portrayed him that bad. I don't think they portrayed anybody that bad. I mean, like I think they
Magic.
That's how Magic
Magic
was.
was a player. Yeah. How do you, how do you think he got what he got? Magic was a player, baby. Hey,
Yeah, but I think he wanted to see that off top.
I just
it
thought that
happened.
I
It
thought that
happened.
Magic was gonna. I thought like they had kept showing Magic banging all these like black women basically, like just like actual like black skinned black women. And I thought Magic was running through mainly like maybe it was like once he became like Magic in all caps. Once they this show it's either one ended with them winning the first championship. So he was already a star based off Michigan and
Hmm.
but once they started like really rolling there in the 80s, you know, I just think that Magic, the type of women that Magic was running through was just, I mean, beautiful white women, Hispanic maybe back then, I don't know, Asian,
Uh,
beautiful light skin, And why did they? I said this, and Shane tried to disagree. Shane tried to say that. I said, why did they make Cookie Johnson like this dark skinned black woman? Cookie Johnson is a light skin, like she was a dime piece light skinned
She's
low key
not
when
light
she was.
skinned, fool.
Listen to Shane. So what color is she, Shane? What
Cookie
shade
is
Is
is she?
he
light skinned.
brown complected?
No, Cookie is light skinned.
She is not light skinned.
Oh my gosh. Then why is
Who's
EJ so
lighter,
light?
Shane?
Why is
Huh?
EJ so light then?
What? EJ's not light?
Oh my gosh. I'm looking at his picture right now.
Y'all got a definition of light. Because Steph is light. Clay is light.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Well, Cookie's not that much darker than she's like.
Yeah. She's
She's like.
medium. Like she's not super light, like like Steph and
I
Clay.
go to church with
Like,
them. I know what she looks like, bruh.
So,
oh, way to name drop. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're on like a first name basis with them too, right? Get the heck out of here, man. Come on, man.
I'm just saying. I've seen her face first in person.
so Shayna,
But
so Shayna, you light skin.
Yeah.
So, but Cookie is not any lighter than you are.
Oh, she's not.
So what are you talking about, Jason? Do you hear this guy? He just
I
said,
can't.
how can he say that Cookie's not light skinned, but say that he's light skinned, and then say that, and I say that Cookie's
Dude,
not any lighter than he is, and he agrees.
I
listen.
seen her in person.
Shay,
I'm looking dead at her picture right now. Magic is dark.
In person are two
E
different things.
My
you
gosh.
just
You
said that
don't know
Cookie.
them. They don't know you.
I didn't say I did. I know I seen them in person.
You think because you go to West Angeles, was it West Angeles, Shay? That makes you like friends with Magic Johnson and Cookie
I
Johnson
didn't
because
say
you
I'm
go to.
friends with her. I say I see them on the regular. Well, I did see them on the regular when I was going
Oh,
to church. So, but
Oh
yeah,
damn! You just admitted to being a sinner too. So
no,
how
I
we
just
know you're
haven't
not
been
lying?
in a while. I don't make mess
Yeah,
center.
you
But
just
Shane, why would
lied. That makes you a sinner.
No, it don't. Don't put words into my mouth.
you just
I'm
lie?
looking dead at I'm looking dead at a picture of Cookie Johnson right now. She's light skinned.
He's not light skinned.
so,
EJ's light skinned too.
so let me ask
No,
you
he's
this,
not.
Shane.
Yes, he is.
There's
So
a
Shane,
such thing as light brown or brown skin, not light skin. But
let me ask
y'all
you
go
this,
off.
Shane.
Y'all go off.
Are you light skinned, Shane?
Yes, I am.
Is Cookie Johnson at the same shade as you or lighter?
He's darker.
You just said earlier that she was lighter.
I meant to say she was darker. I
Okay.
Oh,
thought you said,
see. You see how
Cookie.
his story keeps on changing?
"Oh
It's
my
crazy.
god, I can't with
Man,
you."
this dude, man. I'm saying, man, he's your story keeps shifting, man. I don't know. Either way it goes, Cookie is light skinned.
Never said nothing. She's not
But
light
either
skinned, bro.
way, I mean, either way it goes. I mean, Hollywood. I mean, they're gonna cast who they're gonna cast. They probably just felt like she was a good actress. And as far as who Magic was running through at the time, whether it was black, white, or whatever, I don't think he discriminated, and I think that was the problem too. Right? Like he didn't. I don't think he
Plus,
cared.
the Forum Club didn't help too
Oh, the
much.
Forum Club. You guys know how much I wish the Forum Club like still
Sure did.
existed. Not even because I think I could get in, but just to be alive. And I mean, I just that's like my favorite part of the show
It
is
is.
The
probably
Forum Club, yeah,
hmm?
the Forum Club, and just yeah. I mean, the best. I mean, it was just. I thought it was a really good show. I thought for
That
the
was a good
most
show,
part.
minus Jerry West stuff. But yeah, it was a dope show, minus Jerry West
Okay,
stuff.
break it down for me. What you guys thought was so bad about how they portrayed Jerry Weston?
I just
First
don't
of
think
all, that's. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
first of all, I never got the impression Jerry West has always been very mild mannered. Whenever
Mm,
I don't know him, I never met him, but
hmm
I was we all watched him on TV and stuff our whole life, and he always just seemed like a very mild mannered person. And pretty
mm,
much everyone that I know or I've heard who speak on the portrayal of him in the show, who knew him personally, Fred Rogan and Rodney Peete and these different people. Obviously, Gary Vee had a problem with, who obviously knew him very well. Um, they all said that Jerry West was not like that behind closed doors. I mean, 90% of the people, or 95%, 99% of the people who actually knew Jerry West will tell you that Jerry West was not this maniac yelling and screaming and cursing like they have him in like they show him in the portray him in the show. And then also, I read the book, which is a great book. I like it so much that I have it in both. I have the like paperback version, hand
hmm
I hold in my hands, and I have the ebook version.
Yeah.
And nowhere in there, I mean, there's one part in there where he talks about they went out. He just basically uh, something about it's some type of allusion to Jerry's temper, where they went out to eat and they made Jerry's steak wrong, and Jerry told them, it's okay, just charge me for the steak, but I'm not going to eat it. And then he didn't really mean that. The guy charged for the steak, and then afterwards Jerry like blew up. But even in that, it was showing this kind of showing like how sweet he was, and and really that was the point of that little part of the book, that little like I said, illusion in the book. It was even showing like, well, even when he loses his temper, he's still like the sweetest guy, you know. And so I don't know why it just seemed like a hit job to me, why they would portray him like that in the show. It just didn't make any sense to me.
Hmm.
Well, I guess that's it.
I
Oh,
mean,
you know what I mean? Well, for me, it was I didn't
yeah, fool.
I didn't get how everything based on facts, but with Jerry West, they wanted to make it him a caricature, and then the whole thing where he's like sitting on the floor with nothing but his drawers on and having panic attacks and you
What's wrong
know
with having a panic attack?
He did. He said,
I'm not
do
that's
that.
not that's not what he was. Like it basically making a mockery of the man's personality and character when you don't
Yeah.
have to do that. Like
I
yes,
mean,
he was shy. Yes,
Yeah,
he
anxiety.
he was panicking inside, and he was running in the locker room, and you know having panicking and so forth. But he wasn't to the extent where he couldn't. He was antisocial. I mean, or couldn't be around people. Like he was still a person. He just was had its issues in terms of socializing, but he wasn't to the point where you're like, okay, I can't be around this dude.
Yeah.
You know, and then again, Gary Vitti was paid to work on the show, and the way Jerry West portrayed turned him off so bad, he quit and didn't want his paycheck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
because he already
and you
has
know
so
how
much
people feel
money.
about
He didn't
money.
need it.
So, anytime he turns down a paycheck, and because of how somebody's being portrayed, like, nah. And that's the only one they did it to. Everything is based on facts except him. So, and then
Everything's
you,
this is a television show. They're gonna play it up a bit. Like, do I believe that he's exactly like that? No. Do I believe that there's probably some parts of his personality that are like that? There probably is. But then
nah,
again, a couple episodes in, they kind of backtrack and they kind of show you why. The why they were showing him like that. Due to, like, his past.
Yeah,
Very
no, his
talented,
dad was
and then all the losing too. I mean, they did their best. I think they did their best to, they showed he started off kind of wild, but they ended up humanizing him a bit to where he wasn't this, like, out of control person.
um,
He became more like grounded and down to earth, and maybe the mild mannered Jerry West that we see on TV. Like,
I will say this: I didn't know he didn't want Magic. That I didn't know.
yeah, I
I
always knew
mean,
that. Who did he want though? Did he want Mark Guire or was it Sidney Moncrief? I think it
Sidney
was.
Moncrief, there it is.
Yeah,
He
Sidney
wanted Sidney
Moncrief.
Moncrief. Yeah.
And Sidney Moncrief. I mean, he's in the Hall of Fame. He wasn't really a. He was a really good player, but he was
He's not Magic.
no Magic Johnson.
Yeah, he's no Magic yet,
And you
Um,
needed Magic.
oh yeah, man.
obviously.
I just
For
want.
what they for when what was happening when Jerry bought the team, you needed Magic. You didn't, sing Moncrief.
Yeah, and I just want
I
to say,
mean,
go ahead, Mitch.
yeah, I was just gonna. I mean, Magic was the. I mean, it was just. It all came together at a perfect time. Magic was the perfect person for the Lakers. Kareem, was Kareem, but Magic, really just, like, brought out that Hollywood vibe that, Jerry Buss wanted the Lakers to be. So I mean, it all really just worked out perfectly.
Yeah, my favorite part in the book is at the end where I think it's in the afterword where Jeff Pearlman is talking about like like how it was such a special time in everybody's life. Magic, Kareem, uh,
Mhm.
uh, Worthy, Coop, Byron, Nixon, that they
Mhm.
all pretty much view their lives as like the defining years in their life, or when those in the '80s playing for those Showtime Lakers teams, and then he goes on to talk about how like guys who came and went and just got like a cup of coffee. So like maybe they came to training camp and they were like a like just an extra body, and they got cut at the end of training camp. Might only been there a day or whatever it was, and they went around. One of the guys went around and asked everybody on the team to like sign his practice shorts or whatever. And like all these years later, these guys who nobody remembers will like they still have those keepsakes. And when life gets rough, they'll go and he'll get some guy will go in his freaking closet or whatever, and he'll pull out his old, practice jersey from when he was in training camp with the Lakers. And it's like it's back in Showtime, and it just makes life worth it. It just hit me right in the feels, man. But
Oh, probably last thing is, probably along the lines of things that we didn't know about, until watching the show. Um, Spencer Haywood, I did not know that he got kicked off the team during the finals. That was
I
crazy.
knew either.
yeah, I think in real life he might have played
He
one
played
like
like 3 games
yeah,
or two or
uh,
3 games, something like that.
in the
And then they
finals
kicked
or
him
in
out
the
in the finals. Yeah, in the
right.
finals.
Yeah, and he's played in the show by Wood Harris. One of my
Agreed with
favorite
Harris. Yep.
actors. We all
Hmm.
love Remember the Titans. I love The Wire. I don't know about
Ram.
you guys. Paid in Full. Uh,
Yep.
and I wonder if this is finally the time because they gave him a meaty role with a nice, like Mitch said, character arc. It wasn't really an arc, but it was a meaty character with Spencer and his drug problems and stuff like that. So I wonder if
Hmm.
Wood might get some Emmy love. I would say my favorite. I would rank the performances as far as my favorite. I would go John C. Riley #1. I'm pretty sure he's going to get some Emmy love.
Probably.
I thought Devon Nixon as his dad,
Hmm.
Norm, was
Hmm.
uncanny. Like Ice Cube as his dad.
Right.
It was something. And then I'm sorry, not Ice Cube. What's the kid's name? O'Shea Jr.
Oh
as
shit.
his
Yeah.
dad. And then I thought the guy who played Westhead, Jason Segel, I think he did a really good job. I thought Adrian Brody was coming on late as Pat Riley, and he started off.
Right.
He was like this beaten down guy, and then that star power, just like like the real Riley, it started coming out of him as the season went on. And Adrian Brody, of course, a great actor, Oscar nominated, who made out with Halle Berry at the Oscars when she was in her still like pretty much in her
Oh,
prime.
that's right.
You remember that?
Oh, that's right.
And
He
then
sure did. The
and
balls
then
on this guy.
and then I thought I can't think of the girl's name, but the girl who played Jeannie, I'm pretty sure that
Mm.
she's gonna get some because I think she did a really good job. So yeah, but that's I'm just looking forward what I'm really looking forward to is when they get to because to me the team, even though we weren't alive, we were all born in '88, or around there, and so we didn't watch the Showtime Lakers, but still the teams I identify more with from that era were once Worthy came in and Byron came in and AC, and Michael Thompson at the end, those like the second half of the '80s. Those are the teams that I kind of identify with more, even though I wasn't really around for hardly any of it. So, yeah, man, I'm just looking forward to seeing how it progresses. The one thing I love about the book is that another thing I love about the book, like I said, it's a great book, is that it's even though it's a nonfiction book, it's narrative nonfiction, and it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And so I like how how the show started at the end with Magic in the doctor's office, that
Right.
little allusion to the HIV thing. And so I just hope it gets enough season to run its course and end. How Showtime ended, which was with Magic and the HIV. As sad as it was, that was the
Hmm.
story. I hope they get to complete the story. But yeah.
I really enjoyed Quincy Isaiah as Magic.
Hmm.
I thought he did, and like John C. Riley. I mean, knocked it out the park for sure.
Hmm.
After so like obviously Paul Westhead is kind of like the forgotten coach of Showtime, even him and Jack McKinney. But I mean, uh, after watching Magic's documentary, seeing how, Westhead came off in the documentary, not knowing too much about him. If anybody should have been upset how he was portrayed, it should be Westhead because he came off like a real bitch. like
Eh,
like I would be if I was Westhead, I would be upset with how they portrayed him because they made him seem like Frank
like
Vogel out there, like a pushover.
yeah, and like he didn't really know what he was doing or believe in himself at the
Exactly. I was
at
like,
the beginning. But
definitely not. I mean, but yeah, that's who I think should, be upset with the betrayal. But yeah, I mean I believe they did get renewed for season 2.
yeah,
So
and I got to say, you mentioned McKinney. The guy who played McKinney did such a good job because
he did, yeah.
I know Paul Westhead. I don't know him, but as basketball fans, I can
Mhm.
visualize Paul Westhead and all the other guys, of course. But Jack McKinney was such a. I mean, he's because Westhead went on to coach other places. I think he coached at LMU, didn't he? I'm not really sure. And so he's like a familiar face in basketball. But McKinney is really like an almost, even though he won a coach of the year. The very next kind of been almost forgotten by history, except as a footnote of
Right.
what could have been.
Hmm.
And but it's like since I'm not really that familiar with him really like that, it's the performance that the actor gave playing him. It seems it's like sublime almost. It seems like basically you forget that that's an actor and not the actual Jack McKinney. Because I don't really know the actual Jack McKinney. I'm not familiar with him. So the guy who's playing him, it just basically is as far as I know. You might as well be.
For real.
So, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I know Shane has to make his dinner, so I should.
Oh
hey
shoot.
man, don't blast
Oh
like that.
damn.
What you gonna
Damn.
make, Shane? You gonna
What's
make
for
some
dinner? Yeah, what's for dinner, Shane?
chili dogs?
No, steak,
Steak.
mac,
Steak.
steak, mac,
Oh,
mac.
we eating good now, huh? All right. My bad. I didn't
I
know.
mean,
What's for dinner tomorrow? Lobster? Shrimp?
nah,
Man.
my skills are limited, but it's a little bit of skills there. But yeah, steak, cornbread, mac and cheese, broccoli.
Oh, you a real Negro. Got it.
At 10:30 at
You know
night.
this, man.
He said, I gotta keep up appearances, so yeah, let me have my mac and cheese and my cornbread. Come on, man. You don't always have to play into the stereotypes. You know that, right?
My favorite food is my favorite food. Stereotype, no stereotype.
You cook
Hey,
dinner
man.
every night, Shane? You don't ever DoorDash or Uber Eats?
Yeah, I don't mess with them no more.
Dang. I heard that.
Customer
My,
service is terrible.
I know
my
I got a
bad,
question for
man.
that one. But Shane, are you the type of guy since you cook dinner every night? Do you think like you could survive in the wild? Like, could you hunt for your own, could you hunt for your own food? And like Bear Grylls or something and like survive, like kills like a freaking, what do they call it, a moose? What do they call it?
I
That
mean,
big.
if it comes to it, like I gotta eat, bruh. So
There's
if
no
it
way you
comes to
could
me
survive in the damn wild.
shooting down
Get the heck out of
something
here.
to cook, yeah, and that's all I'm gonna eat, yeah, man.
And then he says,
We
yes,
gonna
he
have to
could just.
go.
Antho, no, no, no. And if this were like the olden ages, caveman days, he wouldn't be a hunter. He would be a gatherer for sure. There's no way he wouldn't be able to kill for his own food. It's true.
He said you try to survive, which you could not survive off just berries and nuts. So he's basically saying you'd be a dead man.
Man, I love to eat. It's pretty well documented. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna turn down the food.
Oh my
I need
gosh.
my meat. You know,
That's what
so
she said. So
pause. Anyway, but yeah, going back, we want to go back to the Rasheed Wallace thing that people are gonna overlook. This is not his first coaching gig. He was just coaching with Memphis with Penny Hardaway. That's why Penny Hardaway was like kind of gave the scoop. Oh, he on his way. But
mhm.
something that's been bothering me, and I've been thinking about, and I keep thinking about it, is that kind of like with that hire, I feel like they kind of praising Darvin Ham for what they condemned Luke Walton for, but they did not tripping because it's Rasheed Wallace.
What do you mean? Elaborate.
Because if you remember, the whole reason why Vogel couldn't pick his staff, and that was a big deal, is they were mad because Luke Walton picked his homeboys, quote unquote, to be assistant coaches. Like he got basically everybody he was familiar with from the University of Arizona alumni, from Judd Butchler to um, what's his name, Miles Simon, and whoever else you can find. A couple other University of Arizona cats. They didn't like the coaching staff because they didn't have quote unquote head coaching experience, and it just basically mutual friends and homeboys of the Walton. So that's why they chose the staff for Vogel. And the main emphasis when Darvin Ham came originally before our press conference was we're gonna look for coaches to have head coaching experience to help them out. And then the first hire is Rasheed Wallace, who was his teammate, quote unquote, homeboy.
Quote on quote unquote. They were teammates. I don't think you're using that right, Shane.
Said teammates, then quote unquote homeboys.
Mm.
He didn't, but we're
You,
not
you
tripping
said it. You
because,
said it weird though.
but we're not tripping on it because it's four-time All-Star Rasheed Wallace as opposed to.
Yeah,
That part was
earlier
hard to
it
watch.
Oh,
was.
what
But
really was
he's
the best time for me though? Those
You mean
those
besides you thinking he survived
two
in the wild?
preseason games where they had everybody play,
Oh, now
and
you're talking about Frank Vogel's terrible decisions again. Got you.
not necessarily. No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about where everybody played, including Kendrick Nunn. You saw everybody, and it
Kendrick Nunn
was
never
like,
played.
huh?
Kendrick Nunn never played.
He did play. He played two preseason games.
That's a lie. Antho,
He
fact
did. He
check
played
for me.
two.
I
Go
never
back.
saw Kendrick Nunn play
He
for the
played two
Lakers.
preseason games. He
No, he
played.
did not. There's
Yes, he
no.
did.
He was injured the whole time.
No, he wasn't. He got injured at the end of preseason.
Fact checks.
Go
Fact
Yes,
back.
he
check.
did.
He got injured at the end of preseason. He did play at preseason, but anyway, that's some point. He
Wow,
like
look at
when
this.
they
I'm looking. Look, Mitch, I think he's right. I'm looking at the House of Highlights, October 3rd, 2021. And it's Kendrick Nunn in a Lakers jersey putting the moves on Bruce Brown.
there you go. But anyway, my point is
Seven
they had
L's.
two games where they said we're gonna play everybody, we're gonna go hard. And you thought the big three with everybody assembled, okay, they go hard, they post a smash. And they play everybody, they went hard, and they only barely up 2 points.
I mean, I
That,
don't.
that
Mm,
But
was time for me.
at the end of
That
the
was
day,
time for me. Something was wrong.
yeah, I don't think it would have. And we kept thinking, okay, well, maybe a reason will make a difference. Maybe Kendrick Nunn will
I
come
didn't.
back.
And that was so I
I,
was
I I did
that hurt my
not
soul
expect
not
Trevor.
seeing what Trevor was doing. Like he used to like have
Trevor's old now.
bunnies.
Yes,
Now he's like, bruh.
Yes, he's old
Where did the
now.
points
Like,
go?
But it's funny though. They tried to who I can't believe. I don't know what you guys thought was going to happen. I know a lot of people, pretty much everybody said it for the season. It's not going to work with Westbrook. But more than that, it's just like in 2022,
That was because of
how are you?
Braun. But we gonna digress.
How in 2022, how are you supposed to win a championship when you have LeBron James and Westbrook and Dwight Howard and Trevor Ariza and Carmelo Anthony expected to play like key
big
roles?
minutes. Yeah.
I mean, this is like it's not a time machine. If we could get in a time machine, then maybe so. But that was just never going to work. So
Uh, I mean, like I was saying, I mean, last week, it's just like I think maybe with a different coach, I think the squad, even the squad last year, I think we could have at least made the play in, like if not the outright playoffs with a different coach. Because I mean, it just never felt like Frank was coaching. Like his rotations have been trash from the beginning ever since he came here.
Your
That
opinion.
didn't change.
Just let that sit there.
It's not an opinion, it's a fact. His rotations have always
It's
been
an
trash.
opinion.
Do you watch the games, Shane Murray? I don't think
Yes,
you
I
do.
do. I do.
Unfortunately, I did, and I see these rotations, and I'm like, brother, why are you taking him out? He's cooking right now, but you gonna take?
Bro,
Oh my god!
with both AD and LeBron out, he had number one defense before the season, and you gave him several players who either can shoot or play or don't play defense, or play defense and can't shoot.
Like I
So and you
said,
tell them to make lemons out of lemonade.
his
So
rotations have been trash since he came here. I've been
he won
doubting
you a
his rot.
championship, bro.
He didn't win me shit. The
He
spirit
won
of
you a
Kobe won that
championship.
championship. Frank
You
Vogel
don't win
won
that
that thing.
championship without Vogel. I'm sorry. You
Yes,
don't win that
we do.
championship without
Oh,
Vogel.
yes, we do.
Oh
Oh,
no, you
yes, we
don't.
do.
No, you
Yes, we
don't.
do.
No, you don't.
What can you identify anything that Frank Vogel did well aside from obviously we had a good defense
His defense, his rotations that you keep hating on.
because his rotations were trash, right?
No, they weren't. No, they wasn't. He pressed all the right buttons in the playoffs, whatever you want to say. Championship. The end result don't lie.
Oh, okay.
He's the
So the
best
next
coach we had since Phil Jackson.
that's a lie too. So
That's not a lie. The best coach we had since Phil Jackson.
okay, so last season, not this past season, but the season before, obviously Anthony Davis gets hurt in that first round Phoenix series, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Do you think that we had enough talent to still win that series?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So if we had enough talent to win that series, what does it come down to? It comes down to coaching. So no, he was
No, it
not
comes
pressing
down
all
to
the right
Schroeder
buttons.
not having a donut
Oh,
in
my
game
bad.
3.
Got you. So now we didn't have the right pieces like in there to.
No, it's just how you supposed to be asking to be starting point guard and you come up with a donut.
we won Game 3, though, Shane.
It don't matter. You don't come here and demand, hey, I'm
Oh,
gonna start. I need to start and come in a playoff game and go donut. That's not no, bro.
it's
No.
listen, Shane. You've already been lawyered. Like you think that we had enough talent to win, but we didn't win. So what was the issue? Because
They couldn't
Without
shoot.
Anthony,
They
oh,
you got they couldn't hit nothing in that series.
so we didn't have enough talent to win.
We had enough talent, but we didn't hit shots.
Oh, all right.
That whole team shot at least what 30% from
Mm,
three.
gotcha. Mm-hmm.
If you're not hitting shots, what you supposed to do?
Mm-hmm. you've been misguided your whole life, and I've been trying to show you the way, but you just refuse to see the light, and I don't understand why.
I need your light. I got my
Anthony,
own.
It's like
Anthony,
the
Anthony, can you please ask him how much Frank Vogel is paying him to defend him this much?
Best
Because
like
coach
it
we
doesn't
had
make
since
any
Phil
sense.
Jackson.
you know what, man?
Again.
You know what, Mitch? And then when we recorded last week, I was like, because you know how he is on Twitter. He's like, like such an optimist and everything. He has such a glass half
Half
full.
full, right?
Excuse me for not being a pessimist.
And then but I was listening to him, I was talking to him last week, and I was like, wow, Shane is really like an analyst. But it's like the longer you talk to him, he gets to the point where you go, all right, Shane, you're losing me now. I'm just kidding, Shane. We're just making balls,
Excuse
man.
me for not being a pessimist.
Oh my gosh. Did I or did I not tell you like Frank has to go at the beginning of the season, last season?
You said that you
I
didn't want
said
him
that,
there
right?
before.
I
So
didn't. You damn right I didn't because he's trash. That's not the point.
won the
The point
championship,
is
sir.
the
Whatever.
point is all of your like optimism, you got us sitting at home watching the playoffs.
So LeBron and AD missing 30 games apiece got us missing the playoffs. But hey, no one wants to hold them accountable though. We want to blame it
I
all on Westbrook, who
I
played every
I
damn
never
game, damn
I'm
average
the
nearly a triple
biggest
double. But you want to
I'm
blame
the
Westbrook.
biggest I'm the biggest Russell Westbrook defender in this entire city. I was
Any
just
normal
wearing
player that
I
gets
was
17, 7, and 7, we're calling that a career year. But it's
I was
because of
just
Westbrook,
wearing
oh, we
my
trash.
Russell Westbrook. I was just wearing my Russell Westbrook shirt on Sunday. So I'm still a big Russell Westbrook fan. That's not going to change. He could have played better last season. There's no doubt about that. I think he could have played better. Let's be honest. Like he didn't
But
play
this
his
idea,
best.
this season was trash. 17,
I
7,
didn't
and
say
7
that.
is not trash.
I didn't say that. It's trash for him. You see, you look at it, you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, no, it's not trash. Listen, it was trash for him, and not even
Trash for him.
necessarily. Hold on,
But this whole thing, like he played
hold
horrible,
on,
he needs
bro,
to go.
hold on, Stephen A. So listen, like the 17, 7, and 7, it looks good on paper, but he didn't have his best season. Let's be honest. Do I
He
think that
did
it
it, but
was
he's
entirely
not the
his
problem.
fault? No, I did not. I never said it was. I never said it was. I never said he was the problem. I told you who the problem was. It was Frank Vogel.
No, it was LeBron and AD missing 30 games apiece.
So, so LeBron and AD made Russell Westbrook just stand in the corner and try to hit corner threes. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, but LeBron and
Okay.
AD is the reason why they didn't have no chemistry. LeBron and AD is the reason why, we got to move Westbrook around because Bron just has to run point all the damn time.
So now you're trying to tell me that LeBron and AD getting injured, like they wanted to get injured, is now what you're trying to? Is that what you're trying to say? Because I don't understand.
They're not trying to get injured, but bruh, your best ability is availability, and y'all are constantly the last 2 or 3 years ain't around.
LeBron is clearly aging, so that's to be expected. AD, I mean, it is what it is. Yes, he is injured. It is not of best ability. That doesn't, I mean, I don't understand what their, unavailability has to do with.
And then nobody
No,
gonna say it, but it's a bad look. Westbrook out of all the big three, it's the only one at the press conference, and y'all on vacation.
LeBron already tweeted. That counts for something, okay? He tweeted as soon as Darvin Ham got hired. So LeBron's good.
He showed up for vocal.
What?
He showed up. That's all I'm saying. He was at the press conference for vocal. Marvin Ham there, I'm on vacation. But that's the leader, right? That's the leader.
LeBron's probably in the gym.
Yeah,
He's probably
probably. He's been on vacation all summer, but he in the gym.
Don't do that. Don't act like LeBron doesn't work hard in the off season. Don't do that.
Hey, I ain't seen no evidence of it. Normally, you get a LeBron in the gym tweet,
The
Instagram.
man is the man is 46 years old. What do you expect? Like,
Okay, if you gonna be that, you gonna be on vacation. Don't send no tweet talking about, oh, I'm never missing the playoffs again. No, sir. Enjoy your life. This ain't your life no more. Enjoy your outside life.
man, get your boy, man, please. Anthony, man, get your boy, man. He's off the rails right now, man. I don't understand what
No,
he's trying to say.
I'm just like, if this was Kobe, he would be trash all over social media. But it's Braun, oh, but he's Braun.
But Brian gets a
He
lot of
gets a
hate too.
lot.
I
He
mean,
does get a lot of hate.
it's kind of like Kobe, where it was like 50-50,
No,
basically.
not the Kobe hate, not the Kobe. If that was Kobe on the verge of winning a scoring title, and we were losing like that, Kobe would get trashed over social media. But it's Braun. Oh, LeBron doing everything
But
he can.
he
LeBron
does.
down to 230.
It's like the same thing with Kobe, where half the people love him and he can do no wrong, and half the people hate him, he can do no right. It's the same thing with
Facts.
LeBron.
It is.
So
Yeah.
he's always gotten probably more criticism. I mean, it just depends on how you look at it. He hasn't really. I mean, he's been as great as he is. He hasn't had a perfect career, LeBron. So
No.
but at the same time, he's in the top. I mean, I have him fourth all time. Most people have him in the top two, even number one.
Always.
So, you know, um, I mean, it's an incredible player and man, but I mean, it just is what it is when you're. Uh,
46 years old.
yeah, exactly. That's the thing about it, Mitch, is that
I
it's
mean,
really
it is
foolish
what it
for
is.
us. It's amazing that that's the standard that he set. That people still that expect somebody in year 19 to be like. It's like, why are we even discussing this? I mean, who else is even? He's been average 30 in year 19, but it's really like he's not supposed to be carrying the team anymore. He should be. I don't even know. I feel sorry for him because he really shouldn't be. Why is he still playing basketball? He has $1 billion. He should be kicked back on the beach somewhere.
Yeah. See
For
that?
real.
Yeah, you would not have said that was Kobe, but I'm gonna let that go.
I would say that.
No, you wouldn't. You would not. No, you would not say that.
Kobe was not expected. I mean, he really was expected to still carry the Lakers in year 19 and 20 for that matter, I guess.
Oh,
But I mean, listen, LeBron, listen, he's gonna miss at at this stage in his career. LeBron is going to miss games.
yeah.
Like I mean, it's
I'm supposed to retire.
we shouldn't expect him to play 82 regular season games. We should
Yeah,
want him
Not,
to.
if he
not
can,
82 fine. At least give me 60, 65.
that's all you can really expect from him at this point. It's,
Oh, for sure. I
the
mean,
real issue is AD. Like
that's the
he's
real issue.
we
Something.
can't even
I
expect
mean,
60 from him at this point.
Jesus Christmas, man. I mean,
Mhm.
the man, he's always hurt. He's always down. Like, like I don't know.
His regimen is questionable.
We don't even know what
Uh,
his regimen is to so something's got to change. I mean, I don't know what it is. I mean, but I'll be a little fair to AD finally. The injuries he had last season were kind of fluky. Like one of them, somebody rolled up on his knee, right? And the other
You think
one,
I'm crazy,
he
but I'm still
rolled his
saying this.
ankle.
He cheats late day.
Oh my gosh.
He does.
The one that hurt his knee, he got rolled up on.
If he did
For
late
me,
day, that would not have been that bad.
the other one, he rolled his ankle. What? I mean,
That one was a freak accident.
fluky.
Okay, but
They were both freaky accidents.
the
Getting
first one
rolled
was
up
freaky.
on,
But if he
hurts your
did
knee.
late day, that would just been okay. Let me walk this off. That's
No,
not okay. Yes, it. Yeah.
listen. The man is wearing low top shoes, and he rolled his ankle, ended up spraining his foot. Like it is what it is. I mean, it sucks, but it happened. The other one he got rolled up on, like, and ended up hurting his knee, hyperextending it. That's, I mean, knees aren't supposed to flex like that. So
He did
they were
like
kind of
that.
fluky. They were kind of fluky. I'll give them that. But I mean, the fact that these injuries just keep happening to him, I mean, the man's never played 82 games in a season, which is crazy.
He on vacation too, though.
You don't know that. He could be working right now.
He was just in the club.
Oh my gosh. This man is a hater. Oh, no.
Bro, if you have a season like that, I ain't going to no damn clubs. I'm locking myself in the gym. You ain't not seeing me until the season start.
Yeah, but he just had 2 straight seasons like that. He can't. He has to go to the club. He can't just not go to the club
Nah,
every
bro,
single year.
nah. Damn the club. I got my wife at home. I got a daughter. I'm not. What I need to go to the club for?
The hose? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Nigga, you
Who's this
got
guy?
in-house
You forgot about the whole
sex.
shit.
He
You
forgot
got
of yeah, he
in-house
forgot about
sex
the hose, man. Oh my
already.
gosh. You forgot about the hose already, Shane? Oh my goodness, man.
It ain't no hoes when you're married. Bro, that's your personal hoe. You ain't no it ain't no hoes
Oh,
when you're married.
Did you just call his wife a hoe? What the heck? The disrespect on this guy. When you're
I
AD,
didn't
there's always
put the
hoes.
words in my mouth. I said your wife is your person. That's you. You ain't got no more side chicks and anything like that. That's supposed to be you.
on the next episode, we discuss Shane's puritanical view of marriage and manhood. And once you get married, you shouldn't. I mean, come on, Shane, grow up. All right.
Or
So
really, let's not talk. Let's not talk, Anthem.
yeah, that's gotta say that. All right. So before we get out of here, just a reminder to rate, review, and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts. The show is also on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and every other major podcaster. Make sure to follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at TC Pod Network and to like it on Facebook. Just search for the Complete Podcast Network. Send feedback and mailbag questions to CompleteLakersPodcast at gmail.com. We are out.